In this lesson, we'll finish pinning the assets on the shirt. To finish, what we need to do is go ahead and select these other objects that haven't been smoothed. Okay, so that's going to be our pockets. And just make sure that they will then we'll then have their rivet applied to them, and then we'll be able to pin our object afterwards. And if you want to, you could even smooth the shield too. But let's go ahead and select our pocket. We can go ahead and smooth that out. Smooth the other pocket out. With that now smooth, oh, don't want to go too far with the camera. There we are. With that now smooth, we can select our object. Okay, and that's going to be this button. We want to add it to the layer template. Select the shirt. Find a few edges that are going to work well for us. I think these top ones will work fine. We'll hit F8. We'll select our edges. Go ahead and apply our rivet. It's going to be the same process. Only difference really is that we are applying this now to other objects that we've smoothed. Okay, so from here we can get the name of this button. That should be button, okay, there's button F. So, knowing that that's F, we'll select our locator, and we should just need to paste the name in. But if not, we could always type it in. That's RV shirt, and then just abbreviate button, and then that's F01. Once we have the name in there, we're ready to apply our connection. So that's going to be our rivet to the button, and we do a parent constraint. From there, we want to select our button, put it under View Transforms, and we make sure that our locator here is going to be right in the right group node, our rivet group. And we can set up our constraint, our scale constraint. So that's caret to scale to our button F, our locator that is. Okay, and we go to scale constraint. Great, and of course we'd like to test that out. Move it around, great. Moving just like how we'd like it to. We go to scale, scale down the character, it's good. We could even scale them up if we like. Good. We could even go to our move, character move if we'd like to, and just make sure that that's going to move fine when we even move that. And notice that it is. So really quickly before we move on to the other, what's cool is that even though we're seeing these locators where it's positioned now under extras, we could just turn that off. No more viewing the locators, just those assets we need to. So that's a really another benefit of using these group nodes to keep everything organized. So let's go ahead and work on our shield to finish off this lesson. Okay, before we move on to things like our belt, and then later or our belt buckle that is, and then later setting up our flashlight as well as keys. And we're also going to get into something really cool as far as the flashlight is concerned, which we'll be working on afterwards once this rivet's set up, and then we'll move on to the keys afterwards. So we'll select our mesh, smooth that out, and we'll smooth out our pocket for the shield. Select our shield, add it to the layer, and then template, select the pocket, have some nice edges aligned here, so we could just select those, apply our rivet, shrink it, and since this is the shield, a name we can give this is we can just paste, or if we haven't copied the name, we could call it RV shirt and abbreviate shield, so that can be SHLD and then 01. So that name will be alright. Now that that's done, of course we want to then go ahead and make sure that our shield is going to follow with the rivet. So we'll come out of component mode, select our locator, probably need to come down here, select it easier from the outliner, select the shield, and do a parent constraint. Now that that's attached, we're ready to take the shield and put it where it belongs under the View Transforms. Take our locator, there it is, and place that underneath our rivet group. Then select our character scale, select the rivet group, or not the rivet group, but the actual rivet for the shield, and we do a scale constraint. Again, test everything out. Move it around, move it around. Notice how nice the shield is moving with the shirt. Great. Okay, we can even test out the squash and stretch as we move that around. Wonderful. Okay, so with that done, that finishes up the buttons for our shirt. That should be everything for the shirt. So what does that leave us with? Well, that leaves us with setting up everything for the belt buckle. So we'll stop the lesson here. We'll make this a short lesson, and we will go ahead and work on setting up everything for the belt in the next.